Hi, it's time for me to sell another one of my Lowe Renaissance chess sets. I believe this set was manufactured in 1970, if I can trust the copyright date on the box. Let's see. The pieces are 4 inches, well, the kings are 4 inches. It includes the board, the instructions, the original box, and the pieces are black and white. Now before I get to the pieces, I'm going to point out the box. When I first obtained this chess set, the box was completely flat. It was in horrible condition. And so I used this box to sort of practice my game restoration. And I've since restored a couple other boxes. The lid was warped and all of the edges were ripped out and split. And you can see on the inside I have 3 patches on corners. And this corner had the most extensive damage. I'm going to point that out closely. The paper was separating in addition to the corner being broken, but if I follow that seam all the way down, that entire seam was blown out. And I did a pretty good job, I think, of putting it back together. It's not in the best collector condition, but it's certainly better than a completely flat and warped box. The box bottom is in much better condition. There's a small cellophane tape mark on the back. It's really insignificant for a game this for a box this old. So let's get inside and we'll review the internals. So this is the book that came with the game. It explains the basic rules of chess. Most of the Lowe copyrights say 1959 on them, on the printed literature, even though the box says 1970. I read this great article online about the history of the Lowe company, and I'll include a link to that article in my description because I found it very informative. For example, I didn't know that the Lowe company sort of claimed the first production of the bingo game, even before it was used by charities, and also Yahtzee, which I didn't know that they were the first makers of Yahtzee. This game was produced before Lowe was purchased by Milton Bradley. Now, the board is in good condition. It doesn't have any tears in it. The spine is not ripping, which is common on these old cardboard sets. Some of the white squares do have some small stains on them. You can see if I get in close, they kind of look like freckles. The pieces, however, are in great condition, and I'm very happy about that because when I obtained this, the pieces were just loose in a bag. And when you find them that way, you're kind of worried that they might be chipped up. But I didn't really see any chips at all. So I'm pretty happy with the way they turned out. Now the red box behind is just a sort of hollow cardboard, and it's kind of flattened out over the years. It's sort of warped down in, and I'm sure that's just from replacing the pieces back into their homes throughout the years. Now when I ship this, I'll take each piece and I'll individually wrap each piece in paper, like so that they won't knock against each other. And I'll also wrap the box in bubble wrap. So the pieces will be in a separate box, all within the same shipment, but I just want to keep them from clanking together. Now, if you've never seen the Lowe chess sets before, And you probably have, otherwise you wouldn't have found this video in the first place. The detail on these is really nice for a plastic chess set. It's not just generic sort of Staunton chess style. Let's see if I can do something better with the lighting here. Let you get a good look at the king. The king is holding a scepter or some type of scroll. You can see his sword hilt and his beard. And he has awesome hair. I wish I had hair that fine. Likewise, the box for the pawns. All the pieces are weighted and felted. None of the felt is missing, and they're very white. I'm not sure how well the pieces will show up, or the color of the pieces will show up on camera, but it's a black and white set. Now I do have some other chess items I'll be auctioning off. I have another Renaissance chess set of just loose pieces. Watch for that video. Maybe I'll put another link to that in my description. I also have this Pleasantine Gothic chess set. Very, very interesting pieces here. Very stylized. And that auction will be coming up soon. And also, this sort of vintage training set, retro cool, unopened. Haven't got a date on that yet, but I'll give a full review on those items in my other auction videos. So that's my 1970 Renaissance chess set by E.S. Lowe, manufactured before it was purchased by Milton Bradley. Hope you found the video interesting. Thanks for watching.